matches. The TLC match, I'm nervous about this thing hanging over my head all night. But we also have the ASWA heavyweight title as Psychotically Sane, Manson Crane. It will take on my guest at this time. He is the ASWA heavyweight champion, the Redneck Kid, Robby! Welcome to Mansfield again. How are you doing? So, big match tonight, Psychotically Sane, Manson Crane. What are your thoughts going into this evening?
Look, he can play all the mind games he wants to play, but when you step in the ring with the Redneck Kid, son, it's going to be a long night. Give me a rep out here. We do this right now.
Who was, I don't know, chilling under the ring. Who knows what he was doing under there?
Well, we can agree on one thing. Manson Crane didn't rush, he slithered.
That's a fair point. You got me on that one. And it looks like we are going to get this match to start off. What a better way to kick off Saturday Night Slam than your heavyweight championship match. Already you can hear the fans in Mansfield. Robbie Collins fans all around the Malabar School Gymnasium.
It's been 5 years since these two squared off in that casket match.
Casket match indeed. And think about that. Manson Crane buried for 5 years. 5 years to fester. 5 years to build up all of that animosity all over again. And it looks like it's back in full. I don't expect these two to really go anywhere in terms of wrestling moves, so to speak. This isn't going to be technical. This is going to be a brawl. And you can see right there, Robby Collins unloading the shots.
Luther's press. And look, you have to agree with me on this now, but I know we disagree on the Redneck Kid. I get it. But you have to agree, when you have 5 years to marinate on something, when you stew like that, that's got to put the Redneck Kid in trouble.
Especially whenever you're coming on the losing end of that. Absolutely, I cannot agree more. And make no mistake about it, Robby Collins has not been really festering. He's been busy with all the other things that have been going on since he's been back, since the ASWA has been back a couple years ago. But Manson Crane has had 5 years to completely to gather up how he's going to get back at Robby Collins, and I'm sure taking away the heavyweight championship is his #1 goal.
Near fall.
But make no mistake about it, it will be no easy task. Robby Collins, your heavyweight champion, looking to retain and walk out and start off the year right. The first time we've been back since the new year 2023, and I'm sure that Robby Collins would like nothing more than to start off that year right as still your ASWA heavyweight champion. Low kick to the midsection by Manson Crane. And a vicious chop to boot. Tried to go for another, but Robby able to duck out of the way. Crane able to get the foot up. Able to block again. Counter. Robby not able to counter himself. Oh, and a high knee by Manson Crane. Is that going to be it? Just a 2 count from the champion.
Collins is always showing more guts than brains. I would just cut your losses and move on with the psychotically sane Manson Crane.
Here's one thing though, you saw Manson Crane slam the mat. One thing that has to be said, if you're Manson Crane, we know he's festering, we know he's been angry, he's been looking to get retribution against Robby as he drops the knee on the ribs really of Robby. But you cannot let your anger get the best of you. How much can the psychotically sane Manson Crane hold back that anger? Look at the hold that he's got on Robby Collins. The face of agony on Robby's face.
Kind of an inverted figure 4.
Almost like a cloverleaf hold.
Yeah, it's like a cloverleaf met the figure 4 and became dust bound.
Which is not a good thing and not a friendly maneuver for Robby Collins. And Robby's got to be careful. We've seen a couple times now. Had to keep his shoulders off the mat to avoid a pin attempt.
You could easily strain a ligament in that knee, your meniscus, your ACL, your PCL, your MCL. Just a strain would be detrimental to Robby Collins.
And especially to Robby Collins, as you see right there, trying to go for a super kick. Messing with that leg, messing with that knee, stops those potential moves.
Big time BDT.
Still just a 2 count though for Manson Crane. Key here is not to get too frustrated. He's got Robby on the ropes right now. Has to step into that same realm of the psychotically sane. Can't get too psychotic on this. And these two have decided to take it out to the ringside area. And oh, look at that! Robby Collins' face bouncing off the turn post.
Well, if you're Collins, you got to regroup here. You can't play Crane's game. He's just a different breed. He's a different type of cat. You got to play your game, which is high octane offense and moving around the ring. Speaking of high octane,
nice elbow drop by Manson Crane. As our referee starts making the count, Manson Crane gonna have to get Robby back into the ring. Remember, this is a championship match, which means no count-out victories. Cannot afford that if you're Manson Crane. pinfall or submission are the only two ways that he can obtain the heavyweight championship. If you're Robbie Collins, you'll take a count out, but I'm sure even Robbie Collins doesn't want to win that way. And still just a 2 count every single time, coming up just a little short.
Well, the one thing about Robbie Collins, I have to give him his heart, his tenacity. He'll never quit. You'll have to drag it on a body bag before he'd quit.
Well, I have no doubt in my mind Manson Crane would not be against stooping to that level. Speaking of, what's he got going in the mind here? Going up top. Some devious things going in the brain of the psychotically sane. Another elbow drop.
I have said for months that Collins' day is coming, and I believe that day has come.
Not just yet. Still a 2 count, and now you see the frustration. Now it's boiling up to the front. Manson Crane just full-on choking the life out of Robbie Collins. Breaking the count just in time, though. Does not want to get a disqualification. Again, remember, pinfall or submission. Only 2 ways for Manson Crane to walk out of here with the heavyweight championship. And now he's getting in the face of the referee, trying to tell him that he's got to be careful. He's got to watch it, or he's going to get disqualified.
Mako Kalin, the beloved official.
Super kick! Super kick, and that might be the opening that Robbie Collins needed to put this one away.
As always, looking for any unfair advantage he can find. The redneck kid, Robbie Collins.
Maybe he takes after your buddies, the status symbols.
I have no association of any kind.
Keep telling yourself that. That being said, both men struggling to get to their feet. Robbie Collins at least able to get a breath that he desperately needed. And nothing pretty about that. A slap to the face, the ultimate sign of disrespect.
I've been waiting a long time to see someone slap him like that.
Well, he certainly paid for it. Robbie Collins with the knees. And I think Robbie Collins is looking to end it right here. Maybe looking for a razor's edge. Manson was able to get out of a DDT. And can Crane get he does. But still just a 2 count. And you can see the look on the face of Manson Crane, asking himself, what does he have to do? See the frustration. You said it. At this point, you almost have to put Robbie Collins in a body bag. What lengths does psychotically sane Manson Crane have to go to get as close as possible to that?
This is 5 years of anger, 5 years of pent-up frustration, 5 years of resentment, bitterness, jealousy.
What does Manson have planned? Robbie, though, able to get some elbows in there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Robbie's got him up. Both men trying to get a hold of it to get their bearings. Oh, Falcon Arrow by Robbie Collins. That's got to be it. It is. Robbie Collins with a Falcon's Arrow off the top rope.
And still, ASWA
I gotta give him credit. One of the new top rope, that Falcon Arrow, very innovative. But I still believe there's going to come a day where the redneck kid is going to get what's coming to him.
Well, Manson Crane had 5 years to try to think of a way to get back at Robbie Collins, but unfortunately for him, Robbie Collins 5 years later still coming out on top. But not for a lack of effort. Manson Crane did all he could. What in the world? I don't know what we're seeing here. Robby, you might want to get out of there. Robby trying to... What in the world? What did they put on Manson Crane's head? Is that a crown? I gotta be honest with you folks, I am absolutely dumbfounded. I have no idea what we just witnessed, but I can tell you one thing. I don't think it's gonna be good for the redneck kid, whatever it was. Who are those?
I got a feeling we haven't seen the end of this thing.
I hope you're right, because I want to know what the heck